How does tourism impact the geopolitical interests in Antarctica? Have you ever wondered how tourism in Antarctica affects the delicate balance of international relations? The answer lies in the complex interplay of environmental, regulatory, and diplomatic factors within the Antarctic Treaty System. This system governs the region, aiming to preserve Antarctica as a scientific haven while banning military activities. However, the rise in tourism brings new challenges that influence geopolitical dynamics. Tourism in Antarctica has seen remarkable growth. The continent's remote location and ecological sensitivity attract many visitors. But with this influx comes heightened risks to the environment. Increased tourist activities can disturb wildlife, introduce invasive species, and lead to pollution, including microplastics and wastewater. These environmental issues create tension among the countries that are part of the Antarctic Treaty System. They must find a way to balance tourism with conservation efforts. Furthermore, the growth of tourism raises questions about access to and use of Antarctic resources. While the Antarctic Treaty System prohibits mineral resource exploitation, the presence of tourists and expanding infrastructure can be perceived as a subtle assertion of national influence. This can lead to disputes among treaty states, as they may feel compelled to assert their presence under the guise of tourism and scientific research. Governance of tourism remains a contentious topic within the Antarctic Treaty System. Efforts to create consistent regulations have faced challenges due to the consensus decision-making rule. This rule requires all consultative parties to agree on any changes. Some countries resist strong precautionary measures, fearing they might restrict their tourism operators or national interests. This lack of consensus delays effective regulation, allowing tourism activities to continue with insufficient oversight, which can worsen environmental damage and complicate geopolitical relations. Meetings of the Antarctic Treaty System have recognized the rapid growth of tourism as a priority concern. Discussions focus on improving governance frameworks to address these challenges. However, unresolved strategic policy questions remain. Balancing environmental protection, scientific research, and national interests is difficult in a region governed by international cooperation but influenced by geopolitical competition. In practical terms, tourism impacts Antarctica's geopolitical landscape in several ways. It increases environmental risks that requiring multinational management and cooperation. It also challenges the Antarctic Treaty System's ability to enforce regulations, testing the treaty's effectiveness and unity. Additionally, it encourages countries to assert influence through tourism infrastructure and presence. Lastly, it highlights the need for stronger international governance mechanisms to prevent conflicts and protect the Antarctic environment. Tourism in Antarctica is a double-edged sword. It brings attention and economic interest to the region, but it also threatens the fragile ecosystem and complicates the delicate balance of international relations. The ongoing growth in tourism demands urgent and coordinated responses within the Antarctic Treaty System. This ensures that geopolitical interests do not undermine environmental stewardship and peaceful cooperation in Antarctica.